Yo, what's going on, everybody? So today I want to have a conversation with you guys about Urashiki, and I gotta keep it real with you, okay? Like, I gotta keep it real with you. Urashiki, he isn't wasted potential yet. He's not wasted potential yet. I refuse to call him that until we see the ending of this arc. But looking at this character and how he's been used, I can safely say that he's been wasted, but I can't call him wasted potential. So there's a big difference. Wasted means that he's been used in a cool way, but it isn't as great as it could have been. So when you look at Urashiki, I don't think we're at that point yet, but let's be real for a second, okay? Like, I went back and I watched episodes 120 all the way up until episode 131, and I was specifically looking at Urashiki and how he was being used, even in those episodes where he wasn't actually a main threat during that time. The fact that his presence was there, that was something that I was just watching very carefully, right? Just to see how this guy impacts the story. And I gotta say, this dude's wasted. So let's just look at it from one perspective here, okay? Like, when you go to the fight with Boruto and Shinki versus Urashiki, I've said it in my reviews, I'm gonna say it again. Urashiki is very confident. That's a classic shonen villain trope. I have no problem with the overconfidence. In fact, I even said this overconfidence would be his downfall. Again, we've seen characters suppress themselves. In the Dragon Ball Super anime, a perfect example is we saw Son Goku go into Super Saiyan Blue and have a Kamehameha clash against Krillin, which we definitely know is not something that ever should have happened. But again, it comes down to the character suppressing themselves. So I was like, okay, Urashiki is suppressing himself. Boruto caught this dude off guard, managed to damage his horn. He said, ouch, instantly healed himself and said, all right, I'm about to teach you a lesson. Now, when it comes to the Sasuke fight, this is where the wasted part comes in. Not only did they have the Sasuke and Gaara versus Urashiki battle happen off screen, and we only see the aftermath, and you just see all these broken puppets all over the place. You see Amaterasu flames all over, Sasuke and Gaara huffing and puffing, Urashiki just laughing confidently. Like, that in itself lets you know there was this insane battle. We never saw it unfold. But the other thing is when Sasuke has his rematch, when Sasuke comes out of that dimension, after all this hype of Sasuke just opening up all these different portals, Urashiki manages to escape again. When we get to the start of the time travel arc, when they go back in time, they have that brief moment where they're fighting inside that Sasuke clan sanctuary, and then Urashiki manages to escape. Then you get to what's going on in the arc where Sasuke once again just fought Urashiki in episode 131, and Urashiki's like, oh, you haven't recovered all your chakra. Oh, you're not that strong. Urashiki is waxing everybody, and he's doing so in his base. He's completely demolishing dudes, and then all of a sudden he awakens 2 levels of Rinnegan and then escapes and says, I need to rethink my plan. I need to rethink my strategy. It's just like, dog, you have 2 levels of Rinnegan. Sasuke's not at full power. You could just mollywop everybody, take Kid Naruto, do whatever you gotta do with them, and throw him back out on the street and say you belong to the streets now. Like, what the hell is Urashiki doing? Now, granted, I've read the spoilers, so I have a good idea of where Urashiki is going with this, but it's just like, you shouldn't have to resort to the level of trickery that he is gonna have to resort to. And it's just like, dog, you could just literally overpower everybody. Now, that in itself, that goes back to the whole thing. This dude is wasted. We have an opportunity for Boruto to use his Jogan to assist his teacher in taking down Urashiki. We have that opportunity to have Urashiki be the catalyst that gives us more information about the Jogan. When Sasuke eventually gets his full power back, having Urashiki fight Sasuke at full power is something that we definitely need to see. But the other thing is Sasuke at less than 50% of his chakra was able to essentially knock around Kinshiki. When Momoshiki is fused, him and Naruto fighting as a tandem with less than 50% of the chakra are able to overpower Momoshiki. So unless they're trying to say that Urashiki has buffed up several tiers above Momoshiki to the point where even Sasuke, when he's drained and his Rinnegan's not activated, that even Sasuke can't defeat Urashiki at this point. If they're trying to say something like that, we need a bigger payoff. We need to see Sasuke fighting Urashiki seriously. I don't care if you gotta write Jiraiya out the scene and have Sasuke use his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. We need to see where the upper tiers of Sasuke ranks against Urashiki. We need that battle, because when you have a threat like this, he has to be formidable. At this point, Urashiki is coming off like a Scooby-Doo villain. He's like the villain of the arc. He pops up. He's like, oh my god, who is it? Oh, they take off the mask. Oh, it's Urashiki. You're the guy with the fishing hook. Cue the Scooby-Doo music. Like, that's how Urashiki is coming off. It's a huge waste of the character. But I really want to know from you guys. I really really want to know from you guys. Are you okay with how Urashiki's been used? Let me know down in the comment section below. So always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.